You went to bed at midnight, woke up at 7 full hours, and you still feel like you got hit by a bus. Meanwhile, your friend slept 5.5 hours, woke up before his alarm, hit the gym, and is already on his second task before you've even found your phone charger. What is going on? Here's the truth nobody tells you. Sleep duration is not the problem. Sleep quality is. And once you understand how your brain actually recovers at night, you'll stop chasing more hours and start engineering better ones. And bro, I'm not talking about some weird biohacker advice where you sleep in a freezer and tape your mouth shut. This is actual science. Stuff your biology already wants to do. You're just accidentally getting in the way of it every single night. By the end of this video, you'll have a complete system to sleep less, recover more, and wake up feeling genuinely sharp. Not phone alarm, snooze, groan, sharp. Actually ready. Let's get into it. Your brain doesn't recover in hours, it recovers in cycles. Every night, your brain runs through a loop: light sleep, deep sleep, REM sleep. That full loop takes about 90 minutes, and your body needs to complete that loop cleanly, not just clock time in bed. Deep sleep is where your body does the physical work. Muscles repair, your immune system recharges, energy stores refill. REM is where your brain handles its side of the deal: memory consolidation, emotional processing, creativity, focus restoration. Here's what most people completely miss. These two stages don't just happen because you're lying down long enough. They happen when your sleep environment, your timing, and your pre-sleep habits allow your brain to cycle through undisturbed. If your sleep is fragmented, and I mean blue light exposure, late caffeine, background noise, stress, a hot room, any of it, you can sleep 9 hours and wake up feeling completely wrecked. Every interruption pulls your brain back toward lighter sleep stages. Your deep sleep shortens. Your REM gets cut off. You spend hours in bed, but almost none of it in actual recovery. But flip that around. If your cycles are clean and uninterrupted, 5.5 to 6 hours can genuinely feel like 8. Not because you hacked sleep, because you let it work the way it's supposed to. So the goal isn't more time in bed, it's more complete cycles per night. Step 1. Sleep and wake at the same time every single day. Yes, weekends included. Bro, I know. Your brain runs on a biological clock called the circadian rhythm. Think of it like your body's internal operating system. Every time you sleep and wake at a consistent time, that rhythm gets stronger. Your body learns to release melatonin automatically at the right moment. It starts preparing for sleep before you even lie down. But the second you stay up until 2 a.m. on Friday and sleep until noon on Saturday, you've just told your brain's clock to reset itself. That's called social jet lag. And it's why Monday mornings feel like recovering from a long-haul flight even when you didn't go anywhere. Stanford research shows irregular sleep schedules directly reduce deep sleep. Shorter cycles, lighter recovery, more grogginess throughout the day. It's not willpower, it's biology working against you because you keep changing the schedule on it. Pick a fixed window, sleep at 11, wake at 5:30, hold it every day for 2 weeks straight. Your mornings will feel different in a way that's hard to explain until you experience it. Step 2. Plan your sleep in 90-minute blocks, not random numbers. This one changes how you think about alarms forever. Waking up in the middle of a sleep cycle feels like being dragged out of quicksand, heavy, disoriented, that groggy feeling that lingers for an hour no matter how much coffee you throw at it. That's sleep inertia, and it almost always means your alarm fired mid-cycle. But waking up right after a cycle ends, your brain surfaces naturally, eyes open, awareness comes back fast, even if the total time looks short on paper. So instead of setting your alarm for 8 hours, think in multiples of 90 minutes. 4.5 hours equals 3 complete cycles. 6 hours equals 4. 7.5 equals 5. Pick the one that fits your life and set your alarm to match a cycle endpoint, not a random number. There are also free apps like Sleep Cycle that track your movement and try to wake you during your lightest sleep phase within a 30-minute window. Worth trying. The difference between waking mid-cycle and waking at cycle end is not small. It's the difference between a good morning and a wrecked one. Step 3. The 60-minute shutdown before bed. Most people scroll until they crash. That is the single biggest mistake. The last hour before bed determines the quality of everything that follows. Your nervous system needs a clear signal that rest is coming. Without it, your brain stays in high alert mode even after you close your eyes. You're physically horizontal, but mentally still running. Use the 3-2-1 rule. 3 hours before bed, no heavy meals. Your digestion and your deep sleep compete for the same biological resources. 2 hours before bed, no work, no stressful conversations, nothing that keeps your problem solving brain activated. 1 hour before bed, no screens, not dimmed screens, off. Replace that last hour with dim, warm lighting, a calm playlist around 60 to 80 beats per minute, light stretching or a short walk, 5 minutes of journaling. You're not just relaxing, you're actively programming your nervous system to allow deep sleep to happen faster and stay longer. Step 4. Morning light and cold activation within the first 3 minutes. Here's where most people waste the most important window of the day. When you wake up, your brain is still saturated with melatonin. That chemical hangover is exactly why you feel foggy, slow, and ready to negotiate with your alarm for 15 more minutes. The fastest way to clear it is not coffee, it's light. Step outside within 10 minutes of waking. No sunglasses, no phone, just natural light hitting your eyes directly. That signal tells your brain the night is definitively over. It suppresses melatonin, triggers a cortisol pulse that sharpens alertness, and starts the countdown clock for your next sleep cycle tonight. Then immediately follow it with cold water on your face or 20 push ups. Anything that spikes your heart rate slightly. This releases dopamine and noradrenaline, which are the chemicals responsible for drive, alertness, and motivation. Within 3 minutes, the fog is gone, not reduced. Gone. Step 5. Eliminate the cycle wreckers. You can do everything right and still ruin your sleep with one of these. Caffeine after 2 p.m. blocks adenosine, the chemical that builds sleep pressure throughout the day. Even if you fall asleep easily, your deep sleep drops by up to 30%. You don't feel it consciously, but your brain does. Room temperature. 18 to 20 degrees Celsius is the biological sweet spot for deep sleep. Your core body temperature needs to drop slightly to trigger deep sleep. A warm room fights that process all night. And the biggest cycle wrecker of all, mental noise. 26. A racing mind at bedtime keeps your brain in beta wave state, which is active thinking mode. 2 minutes of brain dumping onto paper before you sleep. Just write down everything in your head, shifts your nervous system toward the slower alpha and theta waves that let deep sleep happen quickly. Here's the mindset shift that ties all of this together. Sleep is not downtime. Sleep is the most productive thing your brain does in a 24-hour period. Every decision you make, every creative idea, every ounce of discipline and focus, it all runs on the recovery your brain built the night before. The people who feel consistently sharp and energized aren't sleeping more, they're sleeping smarter. Consistent timing, clean cycles, a nervous system that actually knows how to switch off. Master that system, and one morning it will happen. You'll wake up before your alarm, eyes open, mind already clear, body ready before you've even decided to get up, and you'll realize you never needed 8 hours, you just needed better sleep. Drop a comment with your current wake up time and let's see what we can fix. Subscribe because next week we're breaking down exactly why your energy crashes at 3 p.m. every single day and how to stop it permanently. Let's go.